Here's our situation. Here's our context. We're going to pretend that we're on the college campus in Ohio in 1970, right? The college campus is called Kent State University. And something happened there in 1970 having to do with Vietnam and protest and civil rights and that sort of thing, where college students were killed, right? That event has just happened. Has just happened. Can you guys play along with us a little bit?
Yes.
Very much appreciated. Obviously, Ms. Parker here is going to be a hippie at the time.
He's loved.
She's done this a lot, and we don't have a script. We don't have a script.
Stay right there.
We're going to let it go.
Can I say something about the album?
If you're told not to do something, do it anyways. What happens
Stand up, say,
So did y'all hear?
Got shot yesterday. They needed to get shot.
No, seriously, did you hear about the shooting? Yeah, 4 students died.
You should watch the news. You should listen to the news.
Yeah,
you know,
What happened here?
on the radio. Shame on you.
Well, it happened here. I was surprised no one heard about it.
Our friends are peacefully demonstrating,
Demonstrating,
and they got
protesting.
shot.
The military decided to open fire.
Love, sister.
The war.
I want to ask the ladies in the room, because it's mostly ladies, do you think it's right for these boys to be here in Ohio rather than over in Vietnam defending your liberties?
This kid's getting a free education.
He's playing football.
I'm
Please, in Ohio? In Ohio.
What do you think, ladies?
That's where I can play.
What do you think?
I'm not that
Shouldn't
good.
they be over fighting for you?
Yes.
They should be over there, shouldn't they?
I'm gonna go there next
Yes?
year.
Yes? I've got a pretty good class here. Most of them understand freedom. They understand the threats of communism.
Freedom. It's the 20th century.
And what do you
Black
think of
man
this
having to
loudmouth
sing,
colored fellow over
We shall
here?
overcome.
What do you think
We're
of
having
him?
to sing, we shall overcome in the 20th century.
He's-
Our
he's
government has
uppity.
failed us.
Call this a
Talk too much.
I'm doing it to prevent a dictatorship from spreading and getting here. That's what I'm fighting for.
Could you explain to us, what is a communist? I don't think they understand.
It is people like this gentleman over here, the lady behind him, that do not care for our capitalistic ideas, the way our country is run. A communist wants to come in, they want to tell us how to live our lives, the government wants to control everything, and that's not the way that we live. We work hard and we earn our money. Anybody can be anything that they want to be in this country because of the capitalist system. People that deserve to be something, sir. You wouldn't be talking like that if you were down here in Alabama, where I'm from.
That's why I don't go down to Alabama. A whole bunch of average folk.
You got something in your hair there, brother. You got something in your hair. You might want to get
That's
that
so
out.
I can comb it.
You comb it in the morning
I
time.
gotta keep it groomed.
I smell marijuana around me, or pot. I think there's been doing drugs around here.
Right? Callie, is he a hero or a villain? Did you hear what he said? He said
Murderer. He's a murderer.
Are you
kidding me? Callie's a murderer.
They're putting this lieutenant on trial at a place down called Fort Benning near Auburn, Alabama.
He's gonna tell you his side.
Just because he went into Vietnam, just because he did his job, taking care of the guerrilla warfare of the Viet Cong. Yes, he went in, sure. He shot, he had his men shoot at some old ladies and some children. But do you know that the Viet Cong used those people as decoys? They strapped bombs to their bodies. You can't, what would you do if your superior officer tells you, I know better than you? That person that looks like an old lady, but really it's a Viet Cong young man in a disguise. You gonna kill it or not?
So every time a little Asian baby has a load in its diapers, I'm going to assume that's dynamite. That doesn't make sense. You just go killing everyone. What type of excuse is that? He's a murderer. Callie's a murderer.
Read the newspaper.
Oh, please.
Read the
The
reports.
newspaper is controlled by the government.
If it weren't for Callie, you wouldn't be sitting here in freedom, sir. What did you learn from this, from what we just did? Did you learn anything that you didn't know already?
How hard the people that thought that we shouldn't be fighting in the war, and people that thought that all able-bodied men, I guess, should be fighting in the war. I didn't realize that it was so, in each other's faces,
deathly in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Because the guys, the National Guard, the guardsmen who killed the protesters, the guardsmen basically represented those who believed in the war, right? And they were already in uniform. So, and here's kids out there saying, we're burning our draft cards. I don't think they just shot them because it was a law enforcement. They had some passion about this. Here's some cowards, right? We're shooting you because you're coward. But unfortunately, it wasn't just young men that got killed. Has anybody seen the famous picture of the girl down like this going, it's a real, you'll probably show it at some point.
Yes, they'll see it.
At Kent State, where her friend is just laying there, she's dead. And it's like, what happened? This is a college campus, you know? How did these people end up dead in a college campus?
Y'all gotta realize that over 4 million college students protested the war in Vietnam.